Now we will add Spark service to the cluster. We'll go to add service wizard and we'll select Spark here and we'll move to the next step. We will configure roles. Again, we are having single node cluster, so adding role does not make much sense, but it is just the same machine we are configuring for all the roles. So we'll just continue with the default settings right now. Spark service is being added. It may take a couple of minutes. Okay, this is done. We'll move to the next step. So service has been installed and configured in the cluster. So we have to restart some stale configurations. So these are some pluggable services, auxiliary services added into Yarn. So those configurations have been updated. So we are restarting our cluster so that these stale configurations are fixed. So this is around Yarn. So primarily Yarn related services have been started. Okay, this is also done. So now we will test our Spark service. It is in green color now. Let's validate it. We'll switch to training user. Let's start Spark Shell. So we'll start Spark Shell. It gives an exception that Yarn scheduler maximum allocation MB is not sufficient. So in case you face this issue, then you can go to this particular configuration in Yarn and you can increase this limit. So this is set to 1 gigs, so we can increase it. Let's say we are changing it to 10 gigs and we'll save the configuration and restart the Yarn service. There is another configuration which is having issue, so we will fix this configuration also. Yarn node manager resource memory MB, and we are changing it to 10 gigs again, and we are saving this configuration and restarting the Yarn service. Okay, this is done. Now we can go back and start our Spark shell. Again there is an issue. Let's see what's that. Okay, so this is permission issue. So training user, we will make a directory in /user slash training, so this will be under slash user. So this training user, we will change the ownership of this directory, and we will give ownership to the training user. Now this has been fixed. So let's start Spark Shell again. So Spark Shell has been started. Spark 2.4 has been installed. We can see Spark session is available and SC is there. We will create one RDD. We will perform an action on the RDD count. So it executes the job, Spark job, runs fine, and we get the output. So that means Spark is running fine on the cluster.